Welcome everyone to Intensity Broadcasting for coverage of the DIRTKars Pro Late Model Series presented by Falcon Grafix. Tonight, these Pro Late Models will be taking on Volusia Speedway Park. It's a little bit longer. It's one of the longer dirt tracks on the iRacing platform, and there's always great racing here, so this should be a fun one to watch here on Intensity Broadcasting. I'm going to be your announcer for tonight, Atman Weese, and I'm excited to call this one here at Volusia. And this is going to be a fun one tonight because looking here at practice, this is probably one of the biggest fields that we've seen so far in the DIRTKars Pro Late Model Series season. 11 cars so far in practice, and all of them are looking extremely fast, with the fastest definitely being John Foskey in that 128. Fastest time, 15.71. He won last race at Lima Land Motorsports Park, and he won the race before that one at the dirt track at Charlotte. So John Foskey is definitely the one to beat here tonight at Volusia Speedway Park. But Jesse Osborne in the 8 machine also looking good, 15.75. Matt George with a 15.79. Dennis Smith with a 15.82. And then 5th is Trent Verstraeten with a 15.83. So the field, everybody's looking pretty fast. Again, 11 cars, which is probably the biggest field that we've seen all season, if I'm not mistaken. And before we get too much into the racing action, we gotta thank the sponsor for this one, Falcon Grafix. And Falcon Grafix is a graphics design company who specializes in iRacing cars. And if you want your car to look as snazzy as some of these cars out here, I know I can show some of the ones that Falcon Grafix has done. There's one right here. This 75 machine right here of Mick Olofsson's was designed by Falcon Grafix. Love the colors, galaxy, pink, blue. Absolutely love that paint scheme. And if you want your paint scheme to look as fly as that one right there, then you definitely got to contact Falcon Grafix. Facebook.com/Falcon Grafix Design. And they can get you hooked up with a awesome paint scheme for a little price. And they don't just do Pro Late models. They can do any car on the iRacing platform, from NASCAR Cup cars to sprint cars. They can do anything. So Falcon Grafix Design on Facebook. Getting ready for our heat races, which will determine the starting lineup for the feature. Practice is getting ready to wrap up. Only driver on track is Dennis Smith in that 51 machine. I will say John Foskey, since he won 2 in a row, there is a rule in this league that if you win 2 races in a row, you have to start in the back during the race after your 2 wins. So it looks like John Foskey is going to have to be starting in the back. So even if he does win this heat race, he'll still have to start in last place. So there goes practice wrapping up as we're getting set for the heat race. Looks like they're splitting our heat race into 2 of them. So our first one, we're going to have 6 cars, and then our second one, 5 cars. Let's start off by looking at our starting lineup for heat race number 1. Starting on the pole, we have Mick Olofsson in the 75. Outside of him, it's Jesse Osborne in the number 8. Trevor Giroux of Canada starting 3rd. Outside of him, it's Trent Verstraeten. And then rounding out your top 5, it's Will Witt. And then starting last, but most certainly not least, it's John Foskey. The cars are on the grid as we are getting set for this heat race. Looks like we have everyone except for Mick Olofsson. All right, so officially, these drivers are ready to roll. It's now time for our formation lap. Looks like Mikko Lofson didn't get to the grid, so with that being said, the bottom line is going to move forward. So now Trevor Giroux will be starting on the bottom, and Jesse Osborne will be starting on the top, and then it's the same behind them: Will Witt, Trent Verstraeten, and John Foskey. Here we go. This one should be a fun one. A little sprint to determine the starting lineup. I'm not sure if this will determine the inside or the outside. One of the two. We take one more lap around Volusia before we officially go green here. So we're waiting on that pace truck to make that hard left turn onto pit road. And there goes the pace truck making that hard left turn onto pit road. Green flag is out here at Volusia for 6 laps. And already getting clear of Jesse Osborne, it's Trevor Giroux. He takes the lead. Jesse Osborne hanging on in second spot. We see Trent Verstraeten is right on his back bumper. And looking low under him for third, that's going to be Will Witt. Single file as we fly through turns 1 and 2. But I'm not sure if that will last for long, as we see Trent Verstraeten is looking to try to make a pass on Jesse Osborne for second. This is for a chance to start on row number 2 if Trent can get by Jesse. Will Witt running that low line, trying to see if he can help him get by the 88 of Trent Verstraeten. But he better hurry to try to make a pass, because he's got John Foskey, who just flew through turns 3 and 4 right there, right on his back bumper. Here comes Trent Verstraeten trying to make a pass, looking low under Jesse Osborne. They're side by side through 3 and 4. Trent Verstraeten running against the wall. He's got the nose. That 88 is looking fast. But ooh, Jesse Osborne able to get back clear for the second spot, as Trent Verstraeten has to go back to step 1 and try to set up that pass again to try to get under that 8 of Jesse Osborne. I don't know if he has enough time, as we only have 2 laps left. White flag is out. Trevor Giroux with a 1-second lead. Started in first, took the lead early, and led every single lap from flag to flag. Your winner of heat race number 1, and he'll be starting on the front row, Trevor Giroux. Jesse Osborne takes second, able to hold off Trent Verstraeten, who had third. Fourth was Will Witt, and fifth was John Foskey. Now we have heat race number 2, 5-car field, and let's take a look at the starting lineup for this one. We have, starting on the pole, it's Dennis the Menace Smith in that number 51 machine. Outside of him, it's Zane Walters. Donnie Bartlett starting this one in third. Outside of him, it's his twin brother John in the 11 machine in fourth. And then rounding out your top 5, it's going to be Matt George. There we go. We are currently warming up here. After this lap, we'll take one more lap around this oval. And before we go green, let's take a look at our race info. 75 degrees Fahrenheit, air temperature 51% humidity, partly cloudy skies, 3 miles per hour wind. 84 degrees Fahrenheit is the track temperature, a little bit warmer just because it's the daytime. And the track length is going to be 0.42 miles, so 0.4 of a mile. Now, it may seem like that's a short track, but it's actually one of the larger dirt tracks on the iRacing platform. We have some that are 0.2, 0.3. So here we go. All on that pace truck. As soon as he pulls in, the lights will turn red on the top of the screen. There we go. Green flag is out here for heat race number 2, and already getting clear of Zane Walters. It's Dennis Smith who's running all the way against the wall on that low line. Zane Walters falls into second spot, and we see Donnie Bartlett. We're 3 wide for third place between Matt George, John Bartlett, and Donnie Bartlett. Big, big battle. John Bartlett running low. He has the nose over Donnie as we cross the line. Matt George staying in 5th. And here comes Zayton Walters trying to take the lead back from Dennis Smith. Zane started outside front row and got cleared by Dennis Smith early on. He's trying to take that lead back. Gonna try to pass on the inside, looking low. Trying to dive down into the corners. Try to see if it maybe can get him some momentum to get by that number 51. Hasn't quite able to get a nose over that 51. Has been able to get to the door, has been able to get to the quarter, but hasn't gotten past the door on that 51 machine. And this battle is for a chance to start on the front row. Track position can mean a lot at a track like Volusia. Alright, look good in turns 1 and 2. Zane Walters is looking fast, but this time by, it's final lap, 1 lap to go. Can Zane Walters get up there to Dennis Smith? Or is it too late? He drives it into turns 3 and 4. They're side by side as we cross the line, but Dennis Smith successfully able to hold off Zane Walters. He takes the heat race win. John Bartlett 3rd, Matt George 4th, and Donnie Bartlett 5th. One thing that we're going to try to do for this race is under caution, and during this practice we'll pull in some drivers for some interviews. So let's maybe start off by pulling in Dennis Smith, who won the 2nd heat race. Hey Dennis, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
Yes ma'am, I gotcha.
Awesome. Well, looked like you were running pretty good in that heat race. Started the race on the pole, and you led from flag to flag. How did it feel out there during the heat race?
It was slick for sure. I should have stayed on the bottom, and I made the mistake of moving up, and I let the 21 get to me. I think I could have stayed on the bottom. Really been hitting. So I think I could have pulled away from him. Yeah. Just tight racing.
Are there any changes you think you might try to make here in practice? Anything you're going to try to test?
Well, I see the track reset, so I may go back and try to loosen the setup just a little bit, and hopefully that'll get us. Maybe the track won't deteriorate too much if I loosen the car up a little bit more.
Got it. Well, you look pretty fast in that heat race, and I think any other changes hopefully will do you good. So, good luck in practice and good luck in the race.
Thanks.
We've got less than 1 minute left, and so far, John Foskey has been your fastest here in practice. Only driver to break into the 15s. Fastest time, 15.97 for that number 128 machine. I do not think we'll have time for another interview. Maybe if there's a caution, we might try to pull someone in. We shall see. Matt George said on Facebook, let's go. 2 races to go in the season. Should be a good show tonight. Yes, this is the second to last races. Oh, Donnie Bartlett gets in the wall. I know, I do have the race results from last week, but points were not updated on Dan Leese's, so I can't tell you the current point standings. Last I checked, Matt George is currently your points leader. But little recap of last race at Lima Land. Started off, Trevor Giroux started on the pole, led the first 20 laps, and then at lap number 21, we saw John Foskey take the lead and led the whole race after that. Ended up winning with a 5-second lead. John Bartlett ended up finishing 3rd, Matt George 4th, and Will Witt 5th. So here we go. We are gridding for this feature event. Let's take a look at our starting lineup. Starting on the pole is your winner of heat race number 1. It's going to be Trevor Giroux. Starting 2nd, outside of him, it's Dennis Smith. 3rd is the Dirt Panda, Jesse Osborne in the number 8. 4th is Zane Walters, and then rounding out your top 5, hailing from Canada, it's Trent Verstraeten. John Bartlett starting this race in 6th, Will Witt 7th, Matt George 8th. We got that 128 of John Foskey, last race's winner, starting 9th, and then rounding out your top 10, it's Donnie Bartlett. And I know it says Mick Olofsson is starting 11th, but he is not racing in this one. So there we go. Pace truck takes off. And so we're going to do our formation lap. Let everybody get warmed up before we go green. You see the 51 of Dennis Smith warming up his tires. Track temperature's warmer than the air temperature, but it's still not too hot. We're going to take one more lap around this 4/10 of a mile oval, and then we will head green for our 30-lap feature. So here we go. Trevor Giroux starting on the bottom. 51 of Dennis Smith starting on the top. This should be a fun one. There goes the pace truck, and green flag is out for our 30-lap feature here at Volusia Speedway Park. Side by side for the lead as we enter turns 1 and 2. Trevor Giroux on the bottom, Dennis Smith on the top, and we're seeing some wrecking in the back of the pack. John Bartlett, Donnie Bartlett both get into the wall, but they're able to get it going. No caution will come out, and we stay green as we continue with nope. There comes the caution. Took a little while for it to come out. So didn't get a good green flag run in. See our first caution come out. Let's take a look at the replay to see what happened. John Bartlett chasing Zane Walters. We see Matt George behind him, running that cushion. And he just washes up the track. Gets loose right into the wall, and then his brother Donnie runs right into him. So a two-car incident. That's what brought out the caution. So let's see. If the lights on the pace truck don't go off, we might check in with the driver. If they do, though, we'll get focused back on the racing action. Let's see. Yep, lights go off. We're about to go back green. We wouldn't have had time for an interview, so let's go ahead and get ready. Dennis Smith looks like he had the lead when the caution flag came out, so they're putting him in the lead. Trevor Giroux in second. We're having a single file restart. So that should change some things. There goes the pace truck, making the hard left turn on pit road. And we are back green flag racing here at Volusia after a quick break with the caution flag coming out. Dennis Smith gets clear over Trevor Giroux. See a battle going on for the fourth spot. Here's Trent Verstraeten, Zane Walters going at it for that fourth spot. They're side by side as we cross the line. And looks like Trenton is also starting to catch that 8 of Jesse Osborne as well. So now this is kind of a battle for the third spot. Jesse Osborne washes a little bit up to the high side, and that's going to allow Zane Walters to look low under him. And then we see Trent Verstraeten looking low under Zane Walters. Jesse Osborne able to get back clear of the 31 machine. Keeping it low is Trent Verstraeten, though. Your leader, Dennis Smith, has already gotten his lead to about 1 second. Oh, they beat and bang for third. Trent Verstraeten moves ahead into that third spot. So now we got a battle for fourth going on. Jesse Osborne is side by side with Zane Walters, Will Witt, and we see Matt George in the picture as well. He's able to get clear of that. So now it's Zane Walters for fifth, trying to hold off John Foskey, who's charging up to the field, started in the back. He's marched his way up to the 6th spot. Looking high, trying to see if maybe that's where he's going to be able to get Zane Walters, and he's got Matt George looking low as well. Man, that's crazy. Little 3-wide salute there for you. Man, Matt George getting a good run on the bottom. He's able to get clear and move into that 4th spot now. Nice move there by Matt George. We're side by side for 5th now. Zane Walters, John Foskey going at it. And they're starting to catch back up to Matt George. Zane Walters is looking high maybe. Trying to see if that's going to be where he's going to be able to pass. And as I say that, we got a battle for second brewing up. This is exactly what Dennis Smith likes to see. The more they battle, the more he can extend his lead and put cars a lap down. Got Trent Verstraeten trying to take that 2nd spot for your pole sitter, Trevor Giroux. They're pretty much equal here on the back straightaway. Trevor with a little bit of a nose still as they cross the line. 16 laps to go. But Trent Verstraeten almost gets clear of the 75 machine. He pretty much has, running that low line. Just Trevor Giroux can't get up there. Running against the cushion. Side by side there for second as we cross the line. This is the battle for Canada. Both of these guys are from Canada. So a little battle for the North going on here. He gets clear once again. It's just I don't know if running that low line he's going to be able to extend his gap any. Because right now the leader, Dennis Smith, is running up against the cushion right now. Saw a little crossover there. Looks like Trevor Giroux moves down to the bottom now. And he's gotten a nose now over that 88, trying to take second back. He's pretty much clear as we are currently hitting 10 laps to go officially. We'll say Matt George is starting to catch them. The more they battle, the more he's going to be able to reel them in, which is, I don't think they want to add a third person to their club right now. But he's gaining on them fast. This is going to be the battle to watch here coming a late race. Not going to be the battle for the lead, it's going to be the battle for second and third and fourth. If Matt George can get up there. Trevor Giroux gets clear of Trent Verstraeten for the first time in a long time. Here comes Matt George trying to look under Trent Verstraeten, trying to make a pass here. Trent trying to look and see if he can take second place back. Six to go. The gap between them has increased. We got a battle for fifth going on. John Foskey, Zane Welters are side by side with 5 to go. John Foskey running against the wall there. Started the race in the back, has had to make his way up to the field. Oh, he tags the wall there. That's going to definitely help Zane Walters get back clear. Not what John Foskey wanted. 3 to go. Trent Verstraeten starting to reel back in. Trevor Giroux for that second spot. Gets about to his rear quarter panel. Now the door. And he's got the nose as we go onto the front straightaway. 2 to go. Dennis Smith with a 2-second lead. He's not home safe, but it's looking good. We'll watch this battle for second to the line. Can Trevor Giroux hold on the second place spot? Or does Trent have anything? No. Trevor Giroux ends up taking the second spot. Congratulations, Dennis Smith is the winner here. at Volusia, going to the victory lane. And we're lining up for the little podium picture there. I'll take Tower away so we can see. Oh, I forgot. Oh. See your results on the screen. Let's start off by doing your driver interviews. There we go. So we got all three of our drivers in general. Let's go ahead and do your driver interviews. Hey Trent, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Well, you started the race in 5th. Quickly made your way up to the field, passed some cars, and got to the 3rd spot. And then after that, you had to track down 2nd. And we saw you battling with Trevor and Matt for lots and lots of laps. Clean racing between y'all three. But in the end, you couldn't get to 2nd, and you ended up settling in 3rd. But, I mean, from your perspective, what all went down here at Volusia?
So it just started off with a pretty fresh track. So bottom was place to be for me, at least with my setup. So I was just running the bottom, got around a few cars, and then got up by Trevor, which is one of my teammates and actually a pretty close friend of mine. And just kind of, he was running the high side, I was making the bottom work, and we were battling side by side for I don't know how many laps that was. And then got ahead of him a bit on the inside and tried to take off his line on the outside coming into 3, and he ended up going to the bottom and getting back around me. And then after that, there was just no way around him.
Coming to 5 to go, I mean, what was going through your head? Did you think you were going to have anything for 2nd?
I knew, like, there'd maybe be a chance, but, like, with him running the bottom, and that's where I felt most comfortable, I knew there wouldn't be a good chance. I was fine with 3rd, especially with a teammate in front of you. Like, you're not going to go out of your way to try to pull something crazy off, especially when it's a teammate. So I was going to I settled for 3rd.
Got you. Well, still awesome performance with the 3rd place finish. Is there any family members, shout-out sponsors you want to thank before I let you go?
Just my team, Wide Open Motorsports, our sponsors, BB7 Setups, and then Trevor and Zane, which are teammates and very good friends of mine. I'll give them a shout-out too.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on 3rd place, and hopefully we'll see another good performance next week during the season finale. Have a great rest of your night.
Thanks, you too.
There we go. Now, it's time for the 2nd place interview, Trevor Giroux. Hey, Trevor, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I got you. How's it going?
Going pretty good. Looks like it was going pretty well for you out there here at Volusia. Started the race on the pole, but lost the lead to Dennis there, and then he couldn't quite get up there to 1st. And then we saw you had some challengers for that 2nd spot. Trent and Matt were trying to get up there, but you were able to hold them off and ended up settling in to that runner-up position. But I mean, in your opinion, what all happened here at Volusia?
Well, I think Dennis there, he got a really good restart or a really good start or initial start there, and he just ran away with it. He had the faster car all night. I don't think anyone would have beat him. I had the car rolling on the bottom there for a bit towards the end, but for me, I like the car. I like to be up on the high side, so I try to get the high side to work there for a little bit. And I noticed my teammate behind me, Trent, he was starting to catch me, and he was starting to put a little bit of pressure on me there, and he was on the bottom, so I was like, oh, maybe I should try the bottom. And finally, I was able to pull away there a little bit, but maybe if I had another 30 laps, I could have caught Dennis.
Yeah, I noticed that you moved like a car length down, and it looked like it was helping you. So that was the case?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think moving down was definitely where I wanted to be, where I think the fastest place on the track was. The problem was coming into 3 and 4. It was really easy to catch the wall there because you had to really come low, come in low. So there's a few times there I made a couple mistakes, but I'm glad we were able to manage a 2nd place here.
Yeah, we saw a lot of other drivers running against the wall, hit it a couple times, but it looks like, did you ever hit it any?
Yeah, I bounced the left front off of the wall there, the inside wall, probably 2 or 3 times, and Trent caught up to me there, and he was putting some more pressure on me, and I got a little nervous, forced me into a couple more mistakes, and yeah, it was some good racing. I'm really happy with how this race tonight turned out.
Well, again, congratulations on the second place finishers and the family members, shout out, sponsors. Thank before we let you go.
Yeah, absolutely. I just like to thank, as always, Jury Designs for the killer wraps. My teammates Trent and Zane, Wide Open Motorsports. We all race for them. They own it. DIRTKars and all these guys, Mick and Will, they do an awesome job doing this, and couldn't be happier being a part of this league. So looking forward to next week and next season. And thank you, of course, for the broadcasting. You do an amazing job.
Thank you, and we always have fun watching you out there, so congratulations. Second place finish. Have a great rest of your night.
You too. Thank you very much.
And now, let's go ahead and pull in your winner, the man from Dudley, Georgia, Dennis, the Menace Smith. Hey, Dennis,
Great.
This is Atlee in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
I got you loud and clear.
Awesome. Well, you started the race outside pole, got the heat race to win, and then had an awesome start and restart after that first caution, and then there was really no looking back. Led this race from flag to flag, ended up finishing with a 2-second lead. I mean, it looked like you had that Pro Late model on a rail. I mean, just give us a little rundown of what all happened here for you at Volusia.
I'm not gonna sit here and lie like I had it figured out. I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. Coming off of turn 4, I felt really slow if I went out. So I tried to kind of diamond turn 4. I didn't know if that was helping me or bolstering me. Shout out to Trevor, man. He had me scared there in the first half. But everything worked out to where we could get the win, so I'm appreciative of that. And that was a good race from everybody.
When we talked to you earlier, you said you were going to try to loosen it up. Did those changes that you made during practice help it any?
I want to say it helped, but I'm not really sure. I didn't really expect the turn to get as slick as it did. So I couldn't really tell a difference. The back end of the car felt really light getting into the corner, so I may have loosened it up too much, and I was really having to pedal the car, and it was and I really worked hard for that one.
Yep, it looked like that was the case. Is there any family members, shout out, sponsors you want to thank before I let you go?
Definitely shout out to you guys for putting this on for us. Shout out to Trevor. He was fast. Shout out to John for winning the past 2. That EOL really helped us out a little bit on this one, I think.
Got you. Well, congratulations on this victory, and hopefully we'll see another awesome performance next week for the season finale. Have a great rest of your night.
Thank you.
Wow, what an awesome race here at Volusia Motorsports Park. I mean, Dennis Smith, as soon as he took the lead, it was lights out, had the Pro Late model dialed in, and ended up having an awesome run. So one more time, one more round of applause for Dennis Smith. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in to watch the broadcast here on Intensity Broadcasting. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, as it would be greatly appreciated. We're currently chugging along to 2,000 followers on Facebook. I know recently we just hit 1.3 thousand, so if you followed us on Facebook, thank you. We really appreciate you. Also, check us out on YouTube and Twitch. We have YouTube and Twitch. Currently going for 1,000 followers on there, so check us out. currently halfway to 50 followers on Twitter. Intensity Broad 1 currently have 25 followers. We're trying to get to 50. I'm always posting polls, questions on there. So I love interacting with the viewers on Twitter. So check us out on there, Intensity Broad 1. And then if you haven't already, if you have Roku or Fire TV, then you have to download the eRacing TV app. It's probably the best app on Roku TV or Fire TV for an iRacing fan or racing fan. 7 nights a week, there's iRacing action on there, including on Sundays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Intensity Broadcasting's broadcasts are actually on eRacing TV. So if you want us on the big screen on Amazon and Roku TV, then you got to download that eRacing TV app. I'm Atlee Atman-Weiss, and on behalf of the entire Intensity Broadcasting team, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Over and out.